The gender gap in clinical trials and disease funding. Diseases which affect men more received relatively higher funding than those which affected women. Diseases which affect men more received a relatively higher funding than those which affected women. Data point Hindu Data Team. In the US, diseases which affect women more receive less funding. Also, women are underrepresented in clinical trials. Many diseases affect men and women differently. Evidence from the US shows that women in general are more susceptible to mental illness than men. A similar trend can also be observed among other diseases or conditions such as depression, Alzheimer's, anxiety disorders, migraines, and headaches. On the other hand, in the case of diseases arising due to drug abuse, substances misuse, and alcoholism, the impact was more pronounced among men. Chart 1 shows the disability adjusted life year for 42 diseases which affect the US population as of 2015. Daily is a measure to quantify the burden of a disease. Dailies are calculated as sum of years of life lost due to premature mortality in the population and the years lost due to disability for people living with health condition. This is the first graph. Daily, okay. The larger DALY, the larger the size of the bubble in chart 1. Also, the bubbles are colored based on how the disease disproportionately affects a gender. For instance, depression, mental illness, headaches, and other diseases or conditions are given a particular color as they affect women more. The chart establishes that many diseases affect men and women differently. Analysis of funding data reveal a worrying pattern. Those diseases which in general affect men more received relatively higher funding than those which affected women. On the vertical axis, chart 2 shows the estimated spending in $million on biomedical research on the 42 diseases by the US National Institutes of Health in 2023. On the horizontal axis, chart 2 shows the daily 42 diseases into the colored code used in chart 1 is maintained from the mental illness bubble is farthest to the right as it beats other diseases by a wide margin in terms of DALYs. However, it is on the bottom half of chart 2 as it is estimated to receive less than average funding from National NIH. What is NIH? National Institute of Health.